Okay, let's start off with a word of prayer, okay? Dear Heavenly Father, God, we just thank you for this day, Father. We thank you for bringing us together for this time, God. We hope that, Father, that whoever's watching, whoever's listening, Father, that they are filled with joy, they're filled with love, God, that they are healed right where they are, Father. We just thank you for this time together, Father. We thank you for Mrs. B's Catering, Father, that you elevate her platform, Father, that you do all the great things that she needs in order to execute each and every day, that she is in that kitchen and do what needs to be done for her community, her family, and her wonderful, wonderful, and beautiful baby girl. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Oh my God, you do good with praying.
Well, you know, I pray sometimes. Sometimes.
Like,
listen, so. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Please Don't Irk Me show. I'm so excited. Make sure that you comment, make sure that you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. You know, grab a snack, my lord. Grab a drink, you know, grab some water, do something, and then come on in and enjoy this great conversation I'm about to have. And I want to introduce you to none other. Oh, my Lord. Mrs. B's Catering. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Listen,
I'm so happy to be here with you.
I'm happy that you are here. Listen, I am grateful. I will say that I'm tired. Okay, I am very tired.
Right.
But none other. I am just really grateful because I feel like this is like going like in a 360, that like, because you know we met at an event. Shout out to Marie.
Yes,
oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I know. And sometimes you guys collaborated things like that on Instagram. So like, for this moment to happen, I think it's just like amazing for it to really come into fruition.
That's how you can tell like it actually worked what she's doing.
Yes. No, like it's really doing what it needs to do. And if you guys have not followed her, her name is Marie Lifestyle. She has a platform called Creators and Connections. So make sure that you look out for her. She has a lot of great events in Philly for all content creators, for people who are just want to put their name out there, want to connect with other people. So make sure that you guys follow her, because it was because of her that this moment has happened. So let's talk about the event, because you know I had a blast.
Yes,
like I don't know about you, it was amazing.
It was so
it really
pretty.
was.
So the vibes was great. The setups was there. Everybody connected and networked.
Yes,
so,
and it wasn't like people were like trying to be like, you know, I had the most followers, or like it was like, you know, like you're over there, I do
genuine.
this. It was like, you know, genuinely everybody was excited to really meet other people and for everybody to really have great connections. So shout out to you, Marie.
Yes,
I mean,
you did that,
I
girl.
met some of the greatest people on this planet, and I love that we still interact with each other on social media.
Everybody went and it was like, oh well, I got what I needed. Like,
right, okay,
like
and then we went about our separate ways.
Exactly.
And another thing is that, you know, my anxiety is on 1,000, right? Okay, especially meeting new people, and some people don't even know I'm a very shy person.
And I can't even tell. Like, oh my God, like I'm telling you,
I
that
promise
does not
you,
seem like you.
If I go into a room, like I went with my best friend Jay, because we have a podcast called I'm Not in the Mood podcast. So when we both went there, I'm just like, you know, we don't even like people like that.
Right.
Like
It be like that.
I don't even like people like that.
Right.
So the fact that like we went in there and the people made us feel comfortable.
Right.
Like everybody, even with Idris, with him even doing, you know, videos and things like that. And he even pushed like, you know, have conversations, like talk to some people.
He
was
made
like,
you want to do the video.
Right. No, seriously. And even Marie, when she was just like, you know, just go around and just talk to some people, or just like tape some content so that people can see like what you do and what you love to do. So I'm just so grateful, because I met Mrs. B right here, and you be cooking down. You be cooking down real good. And even the food at that event, we got our plates and everything. First of all, the setup was beautiful. I was so
nervous. Every time I do a catering, I'm nervous. I'm like, I wonder if they're really gonna like the food, and they be like, "Girl, stop." But it be real, like it's nerve wracking.
But I mean, I understand that though, because like sometimes even when people see my content, I'm just like, I want you guys to like it. Like I want you guys to really like, you know, engage with it, you know, comment and things like that. So I get it. But like, I will tell you one thing, that food was amazing. When we we got to the table, Jade knows, Peterson, you know, when we got to the table and I took that first bite, I said, a black woman made this. I already know. I said a black woman made this, and I was like, and I know that she did, because it was just something about the seasoning that you use. And it wasn't just a season. You could tell it was just made with love.
Right.
Like you could just tell you spent your time.
Cater, and it'll be like, just like, I don't want to say bland, but it'll be like
bland. Bland. Keep it real. It's bland.
Like bland. And then sometimes you get it, and then it's overly. Like you kind of just want to put a little touch on it. Too crazy. Like, so I try to do that.
I love it though, because I was just like, I even asked you when she was like, you know, we have some extra food. Anybody would take stuff home. I said, yeah. Do you have any foil or anything?
You did. Yes, you did.
I said, like, if you have some foil, let me know. I'll wrap this thing right on up. I'll wrap that pan. I'll wrap anything you want me to take home with me. I would definitely take it.
For you, because everybody asks me that, and I'll be running to the store for them too, though.
And you know, we're black, you know.
Exactly. It's the leftovers, because other people, they'll just be like, "Oh, it's leftovers." Throw them trash.
No, I'll take it.
We gotta take a whole to go.
I'm taking everything. You said I could take stuff?
Right.
Guess what's happening? I'm right there, right with you.
Listen.
But I'm so excited that you're here. So let's dive into the food. So what did you bring with us today?
Yes, so we have some turkey wings over rice.
Oh, Lord.
Some baked macaroni and cheese.
Jesus.
And some sweet potato.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord. Y'all.
Here y'all go. I basically made like everyone's favorite.
Oh my God. Now, this is my first time trying the turkey legs. Now, I did see a video on Instagram, and then, you know, I commented under, I was just like, Lord, I can't wait.
I'm excited for you to try it. Because I didn't make turkey wings at the
No, because I think it had it was like fried chicken. It was some, I think, collard greens or something like that. I really can't remember fully what it was.
Appetizers.
Yeah. Even, I think it was like you had pasta shrimp there, pasta salad, fried shrimp. So I was just like, what a time. Oh my God.
It was a little bit of everything.
Oh my God. And then once everybody got the food, anybody 1 second?
You was like,
I do.
Yeah.
But this is exciting. So first of all, you know, you can't trust everybody mac and cheese. Praise the Lord.
Yes,
you had mac and cheese there, but it was really good. You had really good mac and cheese.
Thank you.
Let me get into this, Lord.
Yeah, you can always tell by somebody's mac and cheese. No shade.
Okay.
You right.
Y'all, I'm really not in the mood. Please don't irk me, Miss B. Please. First of all, it's the right color, because, you know, some people don't understand that top crust. My Lord, because that crust just solidifies everything for me. If the crust is too light on top, I'm just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, what would happen?
I hate it. Have you ever seen anybody put like, what's it called? Like little crushed up stuff on top? Yeah, little breadcrumbs on the top.
That's horrible.
No, like, listen, but this is amazing.
Thank you.
God, we thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh, this is about to be. Oh my God, let's get into these turkey wings. Oh my Lord Jesus.
Let's see if the meat
just look at how delicate this is. God, we thank you.
Ooh, it's just peeling, baby.
It's just peeling right on. Oh. I can't wait to finish this whole thing. Oh my
this
God.
Is a lot. Jesus.
This is great. Even the rice underneath. Oh. God, you know, everybody can't cook rice. Jesus. You know, everybody can't cook rice.
A lot of people say that, and I'm like, really?
Everybody, it just doesn't do well for me. I mean, let me just get one more bite before we move on.
You know, my people be asking for 3 turkey wings.
I would too.
And I'm like, how? I'm full for
first
one.
of all, y'all, I lie. Let me do one more. Oh yeah, this is good. This is real good. Okay, that food was amazing.
Great.
Amazing, my Lord. So tell us about your brand.
Okay. So I am a Philadelphia chef and caterer.
Celebrity.
Yeah. He always hype me up, y'all know.
And I'm going to do that forever.
Yes, okay. But yes, I serve even though I'm in Philadelphia, I serve PA, New Jersey, Delaware. I like to travel, get around so I can get my name out there. I do all types of caterings, drop off, setup, buffet.
Okay.
Luxury caterings. That's what I'm really trying to get into now.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just trying to be big. I want to be the biggest caterer. Like, I want to be the person that everybody calls on when they want something done.
Yeah,
like so that's like the goal.
I like that though. So you are full time.
Yes, full time, no other job. It's just me in the kitchen. So this gotta work for me.
No, my Lord. Okay, and you say you do this Monday through Friday, and then you take off the weekends because you say absolutely not.
Exactly, but then on the weekends I'm doing catering.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's when mostly all my catering clientele come in, is on the weekends.
So when do you get a day off?
Really don't. As of lately, I really haven't had a day off. Like, if it's something that's important to me, like the other day, my daughter's birthday, I took off for that.
Right.
But I really be working. Yeah.
So how does it feel trusting the process of being a full-time entrepreneur?
You gotta trust the process. Because some days it's not gonna be easy, and you have to really be built for this life. Like, you can't just give up. You gotta stay consistent. Because it be some days where I'm like, I don't even want to get out the bed. But I know that if I give up, like, you're losing. Like, that's the only time you lose, is when you give up, when you don't keep going. But as long as you keep trying, I feel like you're winning. So.
Do you ever feel like it becomes entirely too much sometimes, that like you may not get a day off, or like you may work like 14 days straight and then you just like feel depleted at times?
I'm not gonna lie, yes. A lot of times I feel like that. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm tired. Like, I gotta get up. Because remind you, I gotta get up, prep the food, make the food, serve the food.
Yeah.
So I'm literally on my feet, I feel like, for like at least 16 hours in a day. And then not only that, I have my daughter with me as well while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So
and like, also she just turned 2.
She just turned 2. And then it's another topic, but people like that.
So how does it come, like, let's tie in mental health with that. How does it come with you balancing your everyday life and still maintaining a healthy mental health?
So the crazy part about that is, before I started cooking because of my mental health. Like, I started cooking because I was depressed and I had anxiety.
Oh, I love that.
So catering and cooking actually does help me with that, which is the crazy part. So it's stressful, but it's like a good stress that I need, because before, when I wasn't occupied with cooking, I was having panic attacks and stuff like that. So this actually like keeps me busy enough where I'm not spiraling.
I like
Which
that,
is so
though.
Crazy, right?
Which is crazy, because I feel that exact same way too. People are like, oh, how do you keep your mental health together? I'm like, content creating, even though it's very stressful.
Exactly.
My Lord, very, very stressful. But it's really great to see the final product each and every time. Like, I'm pretty sure that when you see like your display and when you see all that stuff and you get that little woosah, you're just like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
That be everything. The night before, I'd be like, oh my God, I hope it's good. And then as soon as I see it laid out, I'll be like, I did it. Okay.
And I made it happen. Exactly. Okay. I didn't have to curse anybody out today, my Lord. So even when it comes to resetting your mental health, like what are some things that you do outside of cooking that people may not know that you do, that you use to reset your mental health each and every day?
So I'm like a girly girl. I like to get my hair done, my nails done. I like to like makeup. I like to listen to music.
Okay.
So stuff like that relaxes me. Go get my feet done. Something like that will, reset me back to where I need to be.
I know that's right, because people have to realize, like, we really have to take that time in order for us to really get back to ourselves, because we can really pour and pour and pour so much into other things that, like, our cup becomes so empty that like we don't have anything else to give other people. So then we're finding ourselves being depressed about stuff we're not supposed to be depressed about, stressed about things we're not supposed to be stressed about, and then we're finding ourselves back at square one again. We're like, we never want to go back to square one. Now, it's good if you're trying to reset your whole life again, but like if you're just trying to reset your mental, like we really have to find ways in order to navigate the health of our mental.
That's
like
really
I think
important.
really is.
You can really destroy yourself.
You really can. And you can really overextend yourself so much. And another thing as well, that the people will try to overextend you too.
I'm not gonna lie,
because the people will stress you out as well, because they're probably just like, hey, you said it'll be here at 5. It's 5:05.
Oh my
like,
God,
what are we doing?
I'll be like, it's gonna get there. I'm gonna set it up. They be like, excuse me, yeah, like no, it's
like
okay.
Trust me, I got you.
Yeah.
The professionalism will never go down. I promise you. So you are a mother, and definitely happy Mother's Day. I know Mother's Day passed, even though I already texted everything. I already texted happy Mother's Day. So how does it feel being? Well, I want to say being a new mother, but like it's still kind of new to you. So like, how does it feel being a mother?
So it's good. I love it because at one point I was like, dang, can I have a kid? Like, it's a forever. I was like, oh my goodness.
It's hard out here when people getting kids. It is, yeah.
Yes, but it's really, it's a wonderful time. Like every day ain't good, but
keep it real. Listen, I'm pretty sure the mother's watching like, I know.
It's hard, especially because she just turned 2, so them terrible twos.
Terrible twos, Lord.
Oh my God, the hitting, the biting, the scratching, the pulling, like I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then people will have their input on like what you should do with your child. Like you should be high, but
watch it.
Yes, and it's just like you have to relax. Like she's 2
you have to calm down, please.
Like it's not that deep. Like you really have to have patience.
Yeah,
because if I was beating her behind every time she did something, I would be probably locked up in DHS, or she would be in DHS.
Somebody would have called.
You can't.
Somebody would have definitely called for sure.
You can't do that.
So let me ask a lighthearted question. It's funny. So people, please chill. Please relax. Lord, what's one thing you love about being a mother, and what's one thing you do not like about being a mother?
So I love like just having somebody that I know is like gonna love me forever. Like as long as I'm gonna be a good mother, like her love is just different compared to like any love I've ever experienced in my life. And we're so connected to the point where even like when she cries, I feel like it's disturbing my inner peace. So that's what I love so much. But I hate that she be beating my ass. I hate that she be pulling my hair. I hate that she be running around.
Like, sound somewhere.
Yeah.
Sound. No, I felt the way with my nephews, where I just be like, y'all do too much.
Yeah.
And listen, I love you, like to infinity and beyond. But there are sometimes I'm just like, I could slap you.
Yes, like
at this very moment.
Exactly. No, seriously.
So
and they don't care about that.
No, they actually don't. Another thing too with kids, especially with babies, that grip, Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh,
they have the grip of
like my
they have the grip of the Hulk.
I'll be like, oh no, baby, you need to relate.
Not your wig be coming off. Now, I know this question may get a little serious. When it comes to raising a daughter, especially in this new time of like social media, the internet, I call it Obama's, Al Gore, and Beyonce's internet. You know, it's all three of their internet for sure. What's one thing that concerns you a little bit with raising a daughter, especially in this time? You know, there's a lot that's going on, especially in Philly. There is too much going on, especially with us just recently losing the rapper from Philly, I think LGP Qua.
Yes, that was sad.
That was just really ridiculous.
Horrible.
Like, and I don't think people understand. And a true moment, very, very true moment. I don't lie. I'm not good at it. I didn't know who he was until he passed away. Okay.
Wow.
So that hurt me, that it's just like somebody so big like that and being so impactful in the community and doing food drives, doing sneaker drives. Like he was doing everything that he needed to do.
About positivity.
Yes, read about positivity. And he was literally the voice of Philly.
Yes.
And seeing that in real time of like some YNs, because I'm not going to try to, Lord, for them kind of going out and doing something like that to somebody who is a staple for the community and a staple for Philly.
Safe.
Nobody is safe. It doesn't matter who you are, literally.
Some people should be off limits. And it was a time.
Everybody should be off limits, y'all, please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. Because some people can get it, okay? Be honest, y'all. Be honest, because some people... Because I'm gonna slap a couple of people, not unalive. I'm not talking about that, because some people, some of y'all can really get slapped, okay? But like nobody deserves.
For me, like, why couldn't you just beat them up?
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, like, not trying to be like
and first of all, why are we even robbing people?
Yeah, that's
like,
horrible. For a chain that you can't even sell because his name is on it.
Thank you.
So
like, I'm trying to understand what are you guys trying to accomplish?
Yeah, it was stupid.
And that was just really dumb on all type of levels. My condolences definitely goes out to Philly, because I know Philly is hurting right now.
Yeah, it was,
and I don't think that's something where I even see, big platforms. The guy, he's like Motivate 215, where he's just like, come on, Philly, come on, Philly, come on, Philly. And to see him at like a meeting and to see him break down because he's still trying to just process this whole thing. I was just like, you're literally hurting people who never meant any harm to anybody, which is crazy. Exactly. So with you raising a daughter, how do you feel knowing that, like, all this stuff happening in Philly? How do you feel with raising your daughter in a climate like this?
Honestly, I really don't want to. And I think that's why I'm like really busting my behind every day, like working and stacking my money, because like I love Philly and I don't want to down where, Philly raised me.
Hometown,
I love
for sure.
that and all that. But at the same time, it is scary thinking about your child growing up in this type of environment. Yeah. And granted, you can't run away from everything. There's going to be problems everywhere you go. Because people say that, oh, well, when you get around them white people, it's going to be problems too. It's not about being around white people. I just want her to go to a good school. And I just, like, it's hard having a child. Because you got to, you realize that they're going to grow up and just realize sometimes how shitty the world is. Yeah. And you can't protect them from every single thing.
No, you can't.
So it's just scary.
And that's the scary part too, is that, you can't protect them from everything.
And I try so hard, and it's just like, sometimes I have to take a step back. Like, you know what? You can't. It's hard.
It really is, because even when my father was raising us, I know that him sending us to public schools and us being on public transportation, getting to school and things like that, because I went to a magnet school called GAMP in South Philly. So, I'm taking the G bus. All Philly people know G bus, Lord. And so I'm taking the G bus to school, and then I still have to walk like, some blocks to even get to the school. Yeah. So I know that, praying parents, we thank God for them for always covering us and things like that. What do you think is the difference from when we were coming up to the difference of what's happening today? Because I mean, we used to play outside.
Yes.
Like we used to actually like respect our parents. We never had time to talk back or anything like that.
Exactly.
So, but what do you think is the difference or the missing part of today's generation to when we were coming up?
It's just so weird now, because these kids that be on their tablets and they're watching another kid play. Like, we used to play with toys.
That is a word.
And and it's like, no shade, like certain family members, I'll be looking like, is she watching another little girl play with a doll baby? Like, that's insane to me. Like, I want my daughter to be a kid. Yeah. I want her to like play with dolls, play with toys. If she does go outside, you come in when the street lights come on. Like, that's the type of stuff.
You're taking it back.
Yeah.
Street lights come on, be on the porch.
Yeah, but what's so scary? You can't even do that no more, because back in the day, neighbors and stuff like that was like family. They would watch your kids. So if your kid was outside, you really wouldn't have to worry about, if somebody did something to my child.
That's so true.
This day and age, everybody's so scary, and everybody is just so, I'm gonna mind my business, or everybody just for themselves. Yeah. Like back in the day, a neighborhood used to be a community, a
community, for sure.
And that's the biggest difference now. So.
And another thing too, when we were coming up, and I talked about this on my first episode for this season, and even though it was like church and things like that, like it didn't matter who was on the block or what parent it was, they could tell you like, stop doing that.
Exactly.
Before I go ring your parents' doorbell, because daggone well your mother father will not allow you to be out here doing that. And that's one thing we're really missing, is because nowadays people just don't talk to my child like that. What are you doing? Right, now I do understand you like being out of control. Like I get it, but like if you're really trying, not talk about like discipline, but when you're trying to inform the kid, like stop doing that. You know that you would never do anything like that in front of your parents. And I think that's missing, is that like nobody's holding each other accountable like we used to back in the day. And also, some stuff is common sense that we're just like not getting, but that's really, I think, the big difference is that like we used to really just have fun just being a kid. Yes. It wasn't the internet. Like, we when we were first coming up, we had AOL. Yeah. A little dial-up,
TV.
Yeah, like BET. Like, we ran home to go see 106 in Park. We ran home to go see TRL. Exactly. Like, we even was watching Zoom by Zoom by Zoom by Zoom. Like, PBS we were watching, PBS Kids, all that stuff. But now, like, And another thing too, I think that reality TV has really shaped TV in just general.
Yes,
because like now people can see like you can be ratchet, you can be loud, you can curse all you want, you can drink all you want and be famous. Because all you have to do is just meet the right person. They put you on one platform. Because I don't like Zeus, I never will. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And the things that they do and the things that they promote, I'm just like, I don't want my kid to see that.
Right.
I really don't.
Honestly, if you do think about it to a certain extent, it's just kind of like we are like clapping our hands and being happy about people just fighting all day. And it's like, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to be biased. I do watch it, but I get from like your standpoint too, and like other people, like if you really sit and think about it, that's kind of bizarre and kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Yes, she did.
That's what I'm saying. And then it's like people are promoting it in the comments as well. Yeah. So it's not just like us watching. It's people like, I would have beat her behind, or I would have dragged her from here to there. And I'm just like, so no. Like, because like the kids are watching that.
Okay.
That's seriously. And I also feel as though that nothing is off limits when it comes to the internet just in general. Yeah. And I feel as though the kids aren't safe when it comes to certain things that come up on their timeline or come up on their feed. It just literally is just like boom right there. If you follow any platform, it could be Media Takeout, or it could be World Star Hip Hop, or it could be like one of those, or I forgot the other one, the Shade Room. So when they follow them and they see these clips, they're just like, oh, I want to do that, or and it's really sad because I really feel as though there's a lot more out there, like. Even this right here, like
positivity,
the positivity, and even what you're doing, catering and catering to people and making people happy through their stomachs, and just like in general, I really believe that there has to be something else for them to do in order for them to not go down certain roads that we didn't go down.
And they are too old. I'm sorry.
No,
like,
entirely too old. Like,
are you okay?
Especially Natalie Nunn. Like, if you don't go somewhere, like seriously.
At this point, you need therapy.
And I understand a bag too.
Right.
I truly get that because you have kids, you have a livelihood, like you have a family you have to take care of, and I get it that everybody wants the money, everybody wants to be famous, everybody wants to be big.
What's the limit of what you gonna do for money?
Right.
Like, cause money is good, but like, dang, like how far will you go? But we see how far she'll go because she traded on her best friend.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that really makes me sad. But I keep hope alive. Yeah, I really do. I really try to be that person to say like, yeah, Theo is like this for now.
Yeah,
but like when you have great people that are putting out great positivity and content and things like that, I pray and hope that those videos reach the right children and reach the right people. Yeah. When you first got into culinary, right? Where did the passion even come from?
So I always was like the cook in my family for some reason. I don't know what it is, because my sister can't cook. Like, nobody really can cook, and she knows this. So if you're watching this, girl, you already know you can't.
Like, don't act brand new, okay? You know you can't cook.
And she'll say it too. But also, like,
sorry. This is no surprise to you. Please don't act brand new, please.
But also, like, my grandmother, I lived with my grandma. She raised me, so of course she cooked. She always cooked like those good soul food meals. Like, speaking of like what we were speaking about earlier, like how childhood is different and stuff. Like, my grandma would like give me a plate of turkey wings, like we had full course meals. We ain't just eat out every day. So
no,
that's where
especially
like
Granny was home.
Exactly.
Sit at the table.
With her cooking, and then when she passed away,
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. It kind of like led to like me having to be like the cook. So I started cooking for like Thanksgiving and all the holidays and stuff like that. But
you were doing this in like your teenage years?
Yeah, since I was like 13, I've really been cooking, honestly.
Well, first of all, that's top tier because like, I tell people all the time, if you don't have experience in the kitchen, like I need you to sit this one out. Like I really need you. So the fact that you were doing this at 13 and 14, doing like Thanksgiving, that's like really big that people trust you with because everybody knows Thanksgiving, we don't play about that. You can't play. You cannot play about that.
Salad, all that gotta be seriously, right.
But that's really incredible. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so like I took over like holidays and stuff, but I didn't really get serious about what I'm doing now until like I said, the anxiety and the depression took over because I went to a therapist and they were trying to this was because I only been doing this for like 3 years, so I would say I had to be like 20. Yeah.
She said I was an age. Thank you very much. I was an age. So, you are taking me down.
So like I went to a therapist and like he was trying to like put me on medication and stuff, and to me, like, because I have like that type of stuff in my family, like with people being on like having addiction problems, I was always scared to do certain things. I was like, I don't want to, like, I don't even like taking pain medication. Me like either. People would be like, "Oh, you're in pain, just take it." And I'm like,
I just hate medicine just in general.
I just don't like it.
Like, I'm sorry guys, not a pill popper.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's just something about it. I'm just like, I will literally be on a 10 in pain and just won't do it. But even when I had my daughter, I barely wanted the epidural. Like, so yeah, it was good. But he wanted to put me on medication, and then he was like, "Well, do something that you know how to do or that you like to do that's a hobby, because if you don't want to take the medication, the only thing that can stop panic attacks is you stopping your mind from spiraling," which a lot of people don't know. Like, you have to, it makes you have to keep busy in order for it to stop. Like, that's how bad mine was. And this happened during the pandemic. Oh, wow. So, the pandemic, was so much going on.
So much going on.
So I just started panicking, and I just couldn't control it. So long story short, I was like, you know what? I love cooking. So that's when I started taking it serious. I started baking at first. I was baking. I was doing everything for free. And then it got to a point where people was like, "Can you cater my event?" Oh. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I did it, and then I made a business page, and then it just went from there. I was like, wait, this is something that's helping me with my mental health, but at the same time, now I can get the bag too.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's
I love that. Yeah. So who taught you all that you know? Like, if you could pinpoint like one or two people to say like this person really had their hand in all of the teaching, who would it be?
As far as like cooking,
yeah.
I would say my grandpop and my grandma.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. My grandma that raised me, and then my grandpop, who was like a dad to me.
Okay.
Like, he always we always just did homemade stuff. Like, even when it came down to like French fries, he would cut up the potatoes, ice them, and then we would fry them. Like, I don't know, like, cooking like brung us together.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where I got all my cooking from.
Well, let me ask a little sentimental question then. If it's too much, I already told you. Sometimes I feel like Oprah. I take it there sometimes. Yeah. What would your grandmother and grandfather say right now to you with all that you have done, all you have accomplished and things like that? What do you think they would have told you right now, like today?
I think that they would be proud of me, and it's so crazy because I don't really feel like I'm that proud of myself, because I kind of feel like I could be doing more, because even though I'm cooking, I'm still not where I want to be. Like, I still want to at least get a commercial kitchen. I still want to, branch off, but I think that they would be proud of me just off the simple fact of like, I could be way worse than what I am. Yeah. Because of like not having my mom, not having my dad. Like, I could have been one of them kids that was out here just doing drugs or doing whatever. And I think they would just be proud to know, like, oh wow, like everything you went through, you still overcame it.
Yeah.
So,
and you stood the test of time. Exactly. Well, I'll tell you, you're doing a fantastic job. I think you are doing what some people are scared to do. Yeah. I think you're doing something that people are probably looking at you and saying like, I want to do that. Right. Because like, you inspire me.
Oh,
like, you really do. Because really? Like, with you having the amount of followers that you have on Instagram and things like that, like, every time I see a video come up of you, I'm just like, I just love to see people doing what they love to do.
Right. Yeah.
And I love to see people actually taking care of themselves too. Because like, when you really do something for yourself, it makes you feel good about yourself. Yes, it really does. Seriously. So I'll tell you right off the bat, I think you're doing a fantastic job. And even if you don't feel as though that you're not at 100, to me, from what I'm seeing, I think you're already on 1,000. Like, literally.
I really appreciate that, because I beat myself up all the time. I'm like, I really need to get something. Like, to me, like, everybody wants me to have a restaurant, but I feel like now I'm more so leaning towards a commercial kitchen, because I'm starting to realize that I love serving and catering to people.
Right.
Like, I like the platters, but the platters is more so to me like to get people to try my food so that they can have an event catered.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
okay.
So I think I'm really into like serving. So yeah. I'm
here for that. Yeah. And it's so crazy because every time that I see like one of your videos come up, I just wonder what that tastes like. I just wonder what them greens taste like today. I really do. So thinking about your brand and thinking about all that you have accomplished, what legacy do you want to leave the people? Okay. What do you want the people to know that, like, the moment that they see you, they taste your food and things like that, what legacy do you want to leave the world, or what mark do you want to leave?
So I just want people to like look at me as like, wow, she had great customer service. She was always professional. Her food was good. Like everything was just top tier. But not only that, like she helped the community too. Like I want to start getting into like feeding the homeless. I want to start helping out like nonprofit daycares. Like I want people to really see that, you know, I'm a good person. So.
Even with going into the community, I think that's really great because I tell people it's nothing greater than going out to meet the people where they are. Because even when I do my street interviews, like I have a joy when I'm out there because people see me. Sometimes people stop and watch to, you know, get a laugh and things like that. No, like I really do because even one time I was on my street interviews in the city, City Hall. City Hall is a crazy place. So like I'm on like the strip, like in the middle of the street, like on the concrete thing, and somebody just went like, "Keep doing your thing, man." I was like, "Thank you."
Thank you so much.
No, because it really be just that little motivation that's really all that you need.
Real, you never know what type of day somebody's having. Seriously, like I'm sure you make a lot of people's day.
I try to. I know you make a lot of people's day too with that food that we just had earlier. Because my God, today. Now thinking about when it comes to your business, I know you said that you want to go into different avenues and things like that. You want to have your own commercial kitchen and things like that. What does that look like for you? Like how many stoves you want to have? How many people you want working for you? All the secretaries, your business partners and things like that. What's like the plan for that?
So for me, I'm trying to be like Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, Gordon.
Hey Gordon, you gotta teach me. Okay, but I need something big. Like I need a big kitchen because my kitchen now is kind of big. So it's just like I need the space because I cater so much, and some stuff have to be made the night before. Sometimes I'll do caterings for like 300 people. So I need the people. I need the hands, but not only the hands, but I need the people to like just be professional, just want to work, just be on time, just use your brain and just
use your brain.
Because the stuff I hear, it's just hard. Like people don't want to work.
No.
Yeah, and I think that's like a problem with like a lot of restaurant owners and stuff, right? Like right now is that a lot of people don't want to work. No. So I just want people that's like hard working. And that's it.
Would you ever go to a reality TV show competition? Would you ever go to one?
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I would. Because I think it would be fun. And honestly, I like challenges. Like even when people eat my food, I tell people all the time, if it's nasty, tell me. Tell me what I could do to fix it. Like I want to be the best. So if you want to be the best, you can't avoid things.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, so because it was a time where, and even right now, like I'm super shy. I have social anxiety and stuff like that, but I have to push myself to do these things. Even like what I'm doing with you today, I have to push myself because I know that it's a challenge that will make me grow. Yeah.
So. Because I do the exact same thing, especially even with meeting you. Because I told her, I don't know why she don't believe me when I said that I was very nervous.
I did not believe him. No.
And people really don't know that I really have a really big personality. I really do.
Yeah.
But I am shy.
Yeah.
Like, I am very
what's
shy.
Crazy? People don't believe that about me. I'm like, I'm super shy. And they'll be like, what, girl? Like, I went on the news and they was like, you ain't look shy. I'm like, I was sitting there sweating and pooping.
Listen, literally, because if I lift this head off right now, you guys will see every single bullet of sweat running down. Literally. Now, how would you feel about Gordon putting like two breads and thinking like, you're an idiot sandwich, you're an idiot sandwich?
Because I love him so much, I would let Gordon do anything. I don't care. We got the same birthday.
Oh, see, now it's meant to be this. That means definitely meant to be. How do you feel about like the Food Network? Like, do you watch it and things like that?
I love them. Bobby Flay, all of them.
Bobby Flay. Listen,
I love all
Bobby
of them.
Flay can do no. Bobby is one of those people. He could do no wrong in my eyes, especially when it's like Bobby Flay against like the world or something like that. I don't think he understands. There's another lady on there. I forgot her name. She's kind of heavy set. She's a white lady. Her hair kind of comes like down to like here or something like that.
Some of their names I'll be forgetting, but if I see their face, I know
Yeah. Because like it doesn't matter what she could, doesn't matter what competition she's in. I've only seen her lose like once.
Yeah.
Like literally like once or twice.
What you're talking about, because she's kind of short. Oh my God.
Yeah. She's definitely kind of short. And I love everything about her. I love her personality. Yes. And even when she goes up against Bobby, I'm just like, these are like my top 2.
Yeah.
So like I just don't know how this is going to happen.
Oh my God, I wish I remember.
How do you feel about the show? Sorry, y'all. I love the Food Network. How do you feel about How do you feel about the grocery game with a guy?
I love the grocery games. Yes, because they be sitting there racing around like chickens with their heads cut off. Like, it's so funny. Yes.
And first of all, that is the most immaculate supermarket I've ever seen in my life.
And then sometimes you only get a certain budget.
Yeah,
so
the budget.
So like, it's so funny.
I love it. Like, I really do. Like, if there's one station, like, I don't have cable on port. If I had...
Well, I watch everything on Netflix.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, cable is so played out.
Very much. Yeah. And it's crazy because when we were coming up, we wanted cable. Like, we had to have cable. Shout out to DirecTV, Comcast. Oh my gosh.
When they don't play.
Comcast will get you. Yeah. You play with them if you want to. They will definitely get you. But now, even going now that we have transitioned into streaming services, like even going from like, when was the last time you purchased a CD?
Yeah,
you know, like when was the last time? Or when was the last time you purchased a DVD? When was the last time you ever did that? Even when we thought we got fancy when DVD went to Blu-ray.
Ooh. Oh my God!
Listen, we thought we really made it. Okay. And then Netflix just pretty much changed the game. They really took over. Yeah. Because remember when Blockbuster was even a thing too?
Yeah,
we used to go every Friday.
When you would go and get the tape.
Return it back because there will be a late fee if you don't. My Lord.
You used to think your parents had money if you went to Blockbuster. You're like, oh my God, we went there. We got
Imagine if we came out with 2 rentals.
Okay. Not one, but 2.
We were really making it at that point. Okay. Now, let's definitely keep it real with these prices, okay? Because I told you, I was like, I know this question may come off very shady. You know, people always say, some people call me Phaedra. I don't know why. I literally just be talking, then I'll be like, shade. I'm just like, no, it's the gosh darn truth.
Right.
Now, you know, there's content creators out here who are pretty much like caterers who, you know, they cater and things like that. But like some of the prices are really ridiculous. Now, I know that you've seen that one lady. I ain't gonna say your name. Yeah. I seen this one lady that she had 6 full pans of food. It was like 6 or 7 or something like that. And she charged like $7,000 for it or like $5,000 or something like that. So how do you feel about these people out here just charging any old thing? Like, I know how, like, even a prime example, hairdressers. I don't know how y'all ladies do it. I'm so glad that God made me a man because I could not do it. Because like, not only do you have to find the stylist, you have to find the style that you want. You have to find the hair. You wash, braided, all that stuff ready to go before you even get to the chair. Then if you're 5 minutes late, you lose your appointment. You miss your deposit. You don't get nothing back and things like that. So how do you feel about this new people out here just giving any old type of price?
I feel like price has to make sense for both people.
Okay.
Because it's like, if you're putting in the work and the food is good and it makes sense, like if the pans is full, but honestly, like to me, I price everything per person.
Okay.
So my prices are more so like, if you do like a setup, it's like $25 per person.
Okay.
Or I'm lying. If you do a drop off, it's $25 per person. If you do a setup, it's $30 per person. Because at the same time, we do a lot of work and we do want to make money, but it has to make sense. Like, we can't just be out here like charging anything. Like, we can't be out here trying to pay all our backed up bills with one catering. You know what I mean? And that's no shade.
But people do that. People really do that.
Hairdressers do that too. Like, why is box braids $1,000? Like, is your electric bill backed up? Like, what's going on? Like, it should not be that much.
They're like, is your rent due?
Yeah.
Please let me know.
Yeah, I don't charge people by like the struggles that I'm going through at home. I charge people with what makes
that's a
sense.
word. Like, I love that. I actually like that. I'm actually going to probably use that. I'm not going to. I'm going to charge. They going to like that. But that's true though. That's really true. At least you're being honest about it, because like okay, let's give a scenario. Let's say somebody wanted 6 pans of food. Let's say they wanted like 3 meats, they wanted like a pan of turkey legs, which was amazing earlier. Somebody wants that. Then somebody wants like some barbecue chicken, and then they want like 4 sides of like full hotel pans. Because I work in the food industry. Give me a second. So how would you, how much would you charge for that?
So if it's just like a pan service, so when I was talking about like earlier, starting off like with 30 to 20, that's for like big caterings, because once the bigger it gets, I don't want to say the less you want to charge, but you kind of do, because it's kind of like it's so many people, so it's going to add up anyway. So say if it's like something for like 20 people, now I'm only charging by the pan. So I charge for long pans, I do $150 for a long pan of meat. And then for mac and cheese, I do $125 for a pan of mac and cheese. But some people tell me that's too high. But honestly, for me, I double what I spend in groceries, because you have to think about me taking the time to make the food, me taking the time to deliver the food. Also, the pans cost money, seasonings cost money, everything costs money. So some people will triple. Like, so I remember when I first started, somebody was like, always triple. But I don't. I kind of like, for me, people will be like, oh my God, $125 for mac and cheese. It only costs you $20 to make it. Not my mac and chease.
Okay, because first of all, that mac and cheese sounds very cheap.
Yeah, I was like, maybe they're using Velveeta.
Okay, so it's definitely giving kids Mac.
It gives Velveeta. For me, I get the shredded Colby, I get the shredded this, the shredded that, I get the block, the brick, so the milk. So it costs me way more than that to make mac and cheese, but
also you have to pay for quality, and I get people, and even though that lady, or even some people who are caterers and stuff like that, even there was one time there was one caterer. Her name is Davita. Shout out to Davita. And I had her cater like an event that I was having. And when she was giving me her prices, I was just like, this is kind of cheap.
Yeah, like some people will down themselves.
Yeah.
Too, and I'm at the point where I don't have time for that.
No, I mean, she her prices were reasonable.
Yeah.
It was probably because my ballpark in my mind was like, I'm already probably going to spend like $2,000 on food. Yeah. So when it was half of that, I was just like,
wait a minute.
I was like, okay, now I got more money to spend, or like more money to keep.
Yeah.
But like when she was giving me her prices, I was just like, these are really good prices. And I was like, and to be honest, I think you should raise them a little bit. Yeah. And she was just like, I think you should. If you're spending most of your day prepping and all that stuff and trying to get it together, because some people, because I think some people think that like you make this in 30 minutes.
Like,
and that's not what happens.
Wings, it takes me 3 hours to make those. 3 hours. I slow cook them.
Tell.
So it's like, it's the time you put into it. Like, it's a lot. And I think people just think about the food aspect of it, but it's just so much more that go into it. Like, for example, if I do branch off and get a commercial kitchen, now I have to pay people.
Yeah.
So you got to think about, like, not that you have to think about it, but you kind of do. Like, I have to pay these prep workers, these people that's helping me, the delivery drivers.
Yeah.
The lights got to be paid. The rent got to be paid. So it's just like, it's not just specifically about, it's only $20 for the make. Like, you have to pay for the whole shebang. Not my backed up bills.
Right.
But the front.
But you have to pay for the experience, like you really do. Like, and I think that some people are kind of missing the point of that for sure. Let me ask this question, because these people really try it on social media where like their food looks terrible, but they always say like, it tastes good, I promise you. And I'm just like, I don't know.
You're like, maybe.
But like, would you rather your food to look good and taste bad, or would you rather it look bad and taste good?
I'm going to say look bad and taste good, because there be a lot of catfishes out here, and that pisses me off so bad, because the food will look so good. I done paid $60 for this plate, and I taste it, and now I got to throw the whole thing in the trash. Like, I just wasted money. I wasted my time.
Now I got to throw the whole thing out. Jesus Christ.
Lord, Jesus. So, honestly, I don't prefer my food to look nasty, because I feel like people eat with their eyes first, and that's why I always try to make appearance look great.
Yeah.
But I'd rather my food taste good. That's the main thing I feel like. Yeah.
I love that though, because some people don't understand that. Like, I would rather your food look terrible. I'd be like, oh my God, who made that? And then when I bite it, I'll be like, okay.
Wait, this is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can deal with this. We can deal with this.
I'm not gonna lie, I've did something like that before where I felt like it didn't look good on social media, but when I tasted it, it was good. I had made Marry Me chicken, and I just hated the way it looked though. Like, it was not presenting well on the camera. And I'll never forget, I asked my first client, I said, so how was it? He was like, that shit was good. He was like, but I wouldn't have posted it on social media. And I started cracking up.
Lord.
Because I was like, you're right. I didn't like how it looked either.
Well, at least people are being honest with you.
Yes, people are
like,
honest.
I love that people are doing constructive criticism. Like, you know, some people can criticize you or anything, or some people can tell you like, oh, I didn't like it. And I'm just like, okay, so tell me what was wrong.
Yeah, like,
because some people will stop right there and just be like, yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so need a little bit more.
I could get better at it.
No, seriously.
Know.
No.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Okay. So my favorite,
I know that's hard. Or let's do this. What's your top 3 to cook?
Okay, so the top 3 right now is fried catfish, the turkey wings, and lately I've been doing like stuffed salmon and stuffed chicken. And honestly, the crazy part is the stuffed chicken and the stuffed salmon is like, it's selling. Like,
did you put a video out about that too?
Yes, I do. I put like pictures out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's selling, and it's crazy because it's not something that I thought. So it's sometimes you just gotta take that leap. Cause I was like, really, y'all really like this? They was like, oh my God, can you keep making it? I'm like, oh. Okay.
Listen, cause y'all have to try our food. I mean, it's literally nothing short of amazing. Now, I will ask this. Is it just you, a team of one, or you have people that do actually help you?
So I have people that sometimes will do deliveries for me, but far as like me cooking, I do that all by myself. I don't.
Oh my God.
Nobody touches the food right now. Nobody touches the food.
Even the really big caterings too?
The really big caterings, nobody touches the food. So I would get up at like 3 a.m. and start making the food.
Not you being a mother too, y'all. Please irk me. Not you.
I'm telling you, this is not for the weak. Like, this is hard work. Like, and my niece, she's 18. I wouldn't be able to do DoorDash without her because I'm on there where I'm selling platters Monday through Friday. She does not touch the food, but she takes the food out to the DoorDash drivers, and that's how she helps me. But I don't let anybody touch the food because I feel like I don't want like my taste to I don't know, cause I feel
like tainted with or like altered or something like that.
Like until I get like the right team and the right people that I want to like train, I don't want everybody hands mixing stuff up because I feel like some people will start off cooking at home and their food will be good, and then once they get a restaurant, the food still might be good, but then they'll get another one and another one and another one, and now the quality is kind of going down, and I feel like people they do quantity over quality. And quality should always come first. And that's why I think for me, I want to start off small. I want to, and then work my way up and make sure I got the right team. Cause to me, I just don't want nobody like, of course, everybody not gonna like everything, but I don't want it to be like, her food nasty.
I'll never try her food again. Oh God.
So yeah, I think that's the biggest part for me is quality. So
how does it feel with you knowing that so every day you're waking up at 3 a.m. to kind of start your day, or it all depends on what the day entails?
So for the platters, I wake up at like 6 a.m. to make the platters. Because some stuff, like I do everything fresh too. That's another thing, because I have like anxiety of like, oh, if I make this like the day before, it might not, like, I don't know. I'm kind of weird because like people will be like, restaurants make stuff days ahead of time, right? And then they freeze it.
Yeah, that is true.
And I was like, really? So I gotta get out my head, but I'm not there yet.
Right.
So I feel like for me, everything gotta be like fresh. So I get up early. I get up so early. And then I don't have the space either.
So every day is fresh every single day?
Yes, every day is fresh.
Wow. That sounds stressful. Very stressful.
That's why I said earlier, it's like a healthy stress. Like, it's stressful, but it really does like keep me out my head.
Have you ever, let me ask this question, it's gonna be so messy, have you ever argued with the customer before when they like tried to like get you together or something like that? You are taking me down.
Absolutely.
What happened?
So, listen, it's been so many incidents where I've like really had to like, I've typed it and then I've deleted it because I'm like, I have to maintain that professionalism.
As Insecure would say, gross.
Yes, like, because it's hard. Like, because they will really curse you out. Like, they'll be like, you bitch. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh my God, all this over some food? Like, Jesus. Like, and honestly, nobody ever curses me out about, like, how it tastes. They'll curse me out because maybe they didn't get it or something. Like, like sometimes I might be sold out. And they'll be like, I ordered da, 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 da. And I'm like, please relax. Calm down. Tomorrow's going to be a different day and I'm cooking again. Right. And then I'm not going to lie. It has been times where maybe like I could have been like 5 minutes late and, you know, people have attitudes and things like that. But you always just have to like take a deep breath and just keep those thoughts in your head because people can be such a liability. And then... People
and try to make you a liability.
Exactly. And it's just like I have to keep my business going and flowing and I can't have you, you know, messing up my life because you don't know how to handle yourself.
That is very true. And I really commend you because I'm sending the text. I just want to make it very clear. I know she said she deleted it. I'm sending. I just want to make that very clear.
It'd be so hard not to. It'd be so hard. It took me time to get here though. It took me time. Yeah.
So when you first started out, what like some of your, I know we're totally off script. No. When you first started out, what were some challenges that you had? Like if somebody was watching right now and they are really inspired by what you do and they saying that they want to start their own catering business, things like that, what advice do you have to give them for them to say, like, you know, some challenges they may go through or, you know, some highs, the lows and things like that, you know, so what would you tell that person that wants to start?
You're gonna get tired, but you have to stay consistent. Anything you do in life, you have to really be consistent, no matter and when you don't feel like it, those are the days where you really, really need to do it. When you don't feel like it, because the moment, like I said earlier, the moment you give up, that's when you lose. Like, you have to keep going. Like, some people come to me all the time, even if they don't, you know, admit it, because I'm always this person that they'll come to, but they'll never shout out. You know, I'm the black sheep that they come to, but whatever. But it's just like...
You are killing me today. Mind y'all, this was our conversation when we like first talked on the phone. Like this was us laughing and joking the whole time, literally. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
But like you just, to me, like that's just the main thing. Because it be days, like I said, where I want to give up. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to get out of bed. This is too much food. Everybody getting on my nerves. Like I have some customers that'll text me at 3 a.m. Are you cooking tomorrow? Like, and you just have to really just stick to it. Like, because even for me, I've been doing this for 3 years. And like I said, I don't feel like I'm where I want to be, but I'm not going to quit and I'm not going to give up. Like, that's the main thing.
I know that's right. When it comes to you even prepping and things like that, you're doing everything by yourself and all that good stuff. Will there ever be I know you said that you were thinking about in the future and things like that. Yeah. Will there ever be a time that you would probably do like some classes for like some people who are coming up and things like that to kind of like introduce like the lifestyle and give them like some insight so that they can be fully full-time and they could be like just like you and things like that? Because I always tell people, like, when some people, they be like, Theo, I want to do what you're doing. I'm just like, do it, but I want you to be better than me. I want you to look at me. I want you to study. And even if you don't study what I'm doing, study somebody else that's doing it really well and create a great lane for yourself and then do it way better than me. Like, I don't want you to be just as good as me. Exactly. Nobody just wants to be. I definitely don't want you to imitate me because there's only one Miss B, there's only one Theo.
And that part.
And and we do what we do well. So I tell people, like, if you want to do this, do it. But make sure that you do it at the best of your ability and be better than your next person. Be better than the person that's coming after you or before you or like whatever.
I definitely want to be that person that teaches, because I feel like even with me right now, I'm learning so much stuff on my own. Like, I don't have somebody sitting there like, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is how you get a restaurant, this is that. Like, I really have to do all the research and everything on my own. So I always told myself, once I get there, I am going to do classes, because there's so many people, home cooks, that don't know where to go. Yeah. And I want to be the person that's going to show them, because in this world, it's like we're crabs in a barrel. And I always hated that mentality. Like, if you know something, help somebody. And get a coin with it. Help somebody. Because I'm going to be honest, I have too much confidence in my food and in myself and in what I'm doing, that I feel as though if I teach somebody something, they're not stepping on my toes, because I know who I am. And a lot of people don't know who they are. And that's why they don't want to help people, because they're scared that, oh my God, that person's going to be better than me. And I never, and not to say that I feel like I'm big, but I'm confident to know that, okay, if she can cook good for her. Right. Like, no, we maybe could collab and do something. I don't look at it like, oh my God, she's going to steal my customers. Like, they be so scared, shaking in their boots.
My
like,
Lord.
Are you okay?
I tell people all the time, there is room for everybody at the table. It really is. I made a video one time. People cursed me out. Usually that's what people do when they don't agree with me. Mr. Peace don't irk me. But I made a video because there were, I won't say their names, but there were two content creators. And they pretty much did church stuff. And they were making people laugh, like, through comedy and things like that, right? So, people were always comparing them to, and one got offended that every single time that he would post something, he would be like, oh, this is kind of like the other guy or something like that. Yeah. So then he blocked the other person because the other person actually hit him up and was like, hey, I just want to let you know you're a really big inspiration to me. And he blocked him. Blocked him. Because I was just like, why would you do something like that? Because, like, some people, I don't know if you know the guy, Isaiah J. I don't know if you know who that is. Heard of him before. He's seen this. I want to say happy birthday to you. Yes. So when he does his videos, right, there are people that say, like, you give me like the same vibe as him. And I'm just like, oh, well, thank you. I don't feel offended. I'm excited that you said I'm like somebody like him. He has over 100,000 followers on every platform. So I'm just like, thank you. Because, and everybody knows that I am my own personality. This is me all day long.
Because I was going to say, you don't remind me of anybody. But...
No, I mean, because like the way our videos are structured, like especially on TikTok, it'll come off like I'm not stealing anything from him, but like it may look the same, but we definitely don't sound the same at all.
That's with anybody though. Like even when I do my food videos, it's some people that will do their food videos the exact same way, but you can't be like. For one, this is what I don't like either.
Well, talk to me nice. I like the way this is going.
I don't like that some people wants to be influencers or inspirations, but then when people are inspired, now you're getting offended. Like, but you set up to be an influencer and you set up to be an inspiration. Like for me, I'm flattered when somebody says I want to be like Mrs. Big. I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If somebody is stealing something off my page is different from
that's wild.
Yeah, right. Now
wild.
That's wild. But if you sat there and said, you know what, I like her lighting on her video. I like how she did that. And you come to me, I'm gonna be like, go ahead and do it. Yeah. Like I know this girl who came to me and was like, oh my God, how do you get your baked mac crispy on the top like that? Ooh. Yeah, and I told her. Because I'm like, your customers, my customers is my customers. And now I see her baked mac slightly looks just like mine. And I congratulate her. I'll be like, oh, I see you got her baked mac. I see you got it down pack now, baby. Like, and we cool.
And some people feel like they're like the gatekeepers.
Yeah, like why are y'all gatekeeping? Like it'll like, even be like, so some customers that will gatekeep me. Yeah. They'll be like, oh my God, girl, your food was so good, but I'm gonna keep you to myself, and then don't book till 2 years later. Like, why did you keep me to yourself if you're not gonna book every week? Like, what is going on?
Because that's so true, because some people think that like they invented it, and I'm just like, but you didn't. You didn't. Like, and even though we may be in the same room, or we may be doing the same thing. We're not in the same lane.
Exactly.
Like somebody the other day even said, like, you know, how did you even get started? And I was just like, it's really simple, just do it. And then it was like, so like what mic do you have, or like what places do you go to, and or like I tell them like, hey, I'm at the Flex Space, like great place, great people, like, you know, and they'll cater to your every single need. Like they do music videos, they do podcasts, and even when I do my podcast with my best friend at the Philly Podcast Space, I'm like, there are things out there, and I'm not going to hold the information in for myself when I want to see you do what you're supposed to be doing.
And people don't understand that's not how you win. You will never win being that type of person that's like, that I don't feel like God blesses those people. I don't know.
Because he doesn't. Yeah, because he definitely doesn't. Yeah, because one thing that he wants us to do is spread the good news.
Exactly.
And he wants his people to come together. He wants his people to collaborate so that we can reach even more people. Exactly. Because obviously when they say like 2 or 3 are gathered, or he could put, if one can put 1,000 to flight, but 2 can put 10,000 to flight. Exactly. So if we're working together and we're collaborating, things like that, just like I'm hoping that this video is going to touch somebody.
I really hope so.
that even when they're thinking about content creating, when they're thinking about starting a business, when they're thinking about doing what they love to do, and they see us two black individuals.
Want them to be inspired.
Yes, right? I want you guys to look at the video and say like, well, if he can do it, I can too. And you can. Now, will it take time to get to the level of where some people are?
Yes.
It will definitely take time, but I promise you, when you put in that work, that is going to work out. But that really makes me mad when like some people like this one guy, he was at the content creator soiree. Marquise. I don't know if you know who. Lord.
I really didn't know everybody's names there or anything.
Well, I'll show you him afterwards. But like when I was looking for a podcast space to do my actual podcast, and I hit him up. And I was just like, hey, where do you do your podcast space at? Yeah. And he told me exactly where he did it. He told me what the people do. He said what they'll change your backdrop. They'll do anything you want to do. And I was just like, I thank you for that, because you know, I know that we're in the same community as content creators and podcasters and things like that, and we want to be in every single room. He definitely could have been like, he definitely could have said like, well, you know, if you just Google it, you'll find like some place and stuff like that. Because I watched the show and I was like, I like your backdrop. I like how, you know, how everything looks. Yeah. And then he was like, yep, this the address, this the name of the place, this is what they do, the time they're open, you know, this is how I tape and things like that. And he is blessed because his podcast, I think it's called like Keeping It a Bean podcast.
Okay.
That like,
I'm gonna check him out.
Everything that he does, I feel like is black excellence. And you can tell that he wants the best for his community. Like he really does. Marquise, I know it's going to talk about this at all or talk about you. But like, he's a representation of I want the best for everybody.
I love that.
And I feel like I'm the exact same way, where it's just like, if you ask me a question, I'm like, I got this microphone, this my videographer, or even with Idris when I worked with him and things like that. When I was doing my street interviews, he was just supposed to tape. That's all IG is supposed to do. He's just supposed to tape the thing. He was getting people to do interviews with me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Videographers really don't do that. Like, they really don't. And then he'd be like, Theo, go talk to that person. I'm just like, and my anxiety, because
you're like, oh my God.
I already had people coming. Like, I don't really need extra people. Just like, just talk to them. Just get your name out there. I was just like, you know what? Yeah. And those same people were excited to do videos with me.
Exactly.
And I mean, of course, there were some people that was just like, I don't have the time. And in that moment, I was just like, dang, that kind of hurt. But it pushed me to even do it even more. Exactly. It really did. So shout out to the people who actually want the best.
Yes. And you know what I realized as we're talking, and I didn't even think of this, it just came to my head. I feel like people that have a passion for things don't mind inspiring people and being a teacher. But I feel like when you're money hungry and you just want everything is just about money and you don't have no passion behind it, that's when you're greedy. That's when you don't want to teach. That's when you want to gatekeep. So I'm starting to realize as we're speaking, like, that's the difference. Because when you were saying how he was helping you with the video and how he was excited about it, that's a passion.
Because I even did it with the video too. When I think I put a video, and I think you commented as well, where I was just like, like, if you're going to be in this for the money,
you did.
If you're going to be in this for the money, you are going to burn yourself out. You have to make sure that this is a passion of yours, because if money is the forefront of it, and of course we all want to get paid. We all want that. We definitely want the best for ourselves, because I want to put in my 2 weeks. I want to be the best. But like, but at the same time, like, I want the best for everybody. I really do. And I want y'all to want the best for everybody too, because somebody else's destiny depends on it. Somebody's dream depends on it. Yeah. And I don't want nobody sitting around doing nothing or watching me and just saying like, hey, I want to do that, and you not do it.
Exactly.
Like, just get out there and just do it.
You think that you're about to make $1 million. Like,
no,
you gotta put that work
you have to put the work in. And then when you see yourself putting the work in, you'll feel good about what you're doing, because at that point, it's not about the money. It's just a point of you just being a creative. Exactly. It's just a person of you just pursuing what your passion is. I love this conversation. We went totally off the rails.
Deep. Hold on.
And I am so here for that. Yes. Oh my gosh. So I do want to play a game. Okay. All right. So don't get canceled. Jesus Christ. So the game, the game is called Which Concert You Going To. Oh, okay. All right. Please don't get canceled. Okay. Because the last time I did this game, the people, the people said, why you make the name so hard? I'm just like, because I have to. Yeah. That's what keeps the engagement. Right. So once again, the game is called Which Concert You Going To. Okay, so there are 2 artists I'm going to name, okay? Both artists are having a concert the same night, the same time, and you only have 1 ticket, okay? And you have to choose which concert you're going to, okay? And you have 5 seconds to answer. Well, I ain't going to give no timer or anything, but I'm going to name the 2 people. Once again, I'm going to name the 2 people, and then you have 1 ticket. Same concert, same night, same time, and you have to choose, okay? I'm going to start off a little easy, okay? All right, so the first one. You ready? Okay. Faith Evans or Kelly Price?
Faith Evans.
Really?
Yes.
Why not Kelly? What's wrong with Kelly?
I don't really like, and I think they're going to cancel me, but I don't really know her music like that.
Really?
Like, I know Kelly Price, but I don't know Kelly Price. Like,
I get that. I understand.
Faith Evans.
I get that. I definitely understand. Okay, next one. Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Ooh.
This is the real game.
I'm going to have to say Drake, because he's a Scorpio.
Okay. The light-skinned people can always get together. Okay, next one. Brandy or Monica?
Monica. That's my baby.
Really?
I love Monica.
Oh, that one might get you canceled, Lord, because it's definitely Brandy for me.
I love me some Monica.
I love Monica, though. I love Monica. I really do.
Shoes was
trying to make things right. Okay, next one. Lil Wayne or Eminem?
Eminem. I love Eminem.
You are really
love Eminem. Now, don't get me wrong. Lil Wayne is a legend, but Eminem, though, like, come on.
Oh, that's really interesting, because a lot. I'm really surprised. I really thought you were going to say Lil Wayne, like, right off the bat. Now, I do love Eminem, though. Yes, I would definitely give that to him.
How spunky and, like, crazy he was in the beginning.
Yeah,
he had a lot of crazy music.
He also had a lot of drive back then. Like,
he did.
I really feel like Eminem was like, this is like us. Like, this is the only way that I'm going to make it.
With Dre and them,
when he was Slim Shady.
Yes, Slim
oh my
Shady.
God, like he was really killing
Eminem,
it.
That's who I was thinking about.
Okay, that definitely makes sense. Okay, next one, Jill Scott or Erykah Badu?
Erykah Badu, even though I love me some Jilly, but Erykah Badu.
Okay, why?
I just feel like she just.
I love Erykah.
Yeah, she just. I'm sorry, I love you, Jilly,
and I love Jill too. You know,
exactly. So that one was hard. Right. I'm not gonna lie, that was hard.
But I don't know. I don't even know which one I would choose. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'll probably go to half of one concert and then take that one ticket for that one and then leave and then go pay for the other half of the other one. Because I feel like I can't miss both of them. Like, I can't. All right, next one. Cardi B or Meg Thee Stallion?
Ooh, that's hard. I love both of them. Oh my God. Ooh, that's hard. Ooh. I'm going to say Cardi B.
Cardi? Okay.
Dang, I love Megan. I'm going to have to do what you did. But,
okay. I'm going to go for the first hour. Then I'm going to leave and get a ticket and pay for that one for the next one. Okay. Next one, would it be SWV or Escape?
I'm going to say SWV.
SWV? I would probably choose them too.
Yeah.
Coco can do no wrong in my eyes. I mean, vocally.
So many hits for me. I'm sorry.
And also, SWV, I don't know if they're even together, broken up, or anything. So I don't know who's even going to all be there.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to be the 3 Destiny's Child, or I don't know if they're going to be the original DC4. I don't know. I don't know who's going to be there. I really don't.
Take our chance.
Next one, Anthony Hamilton or Music Soul Child?
Anthony Hamilton.
Really?
Yeah, he has so many. Like, honestly, I listen to him sometimes when I'm cooking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he definitely is a soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely is a soul.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, next one, Boyz II Men or Dru Hill?
Ooh, something telling me Dru Hill.
They said, "Tell me what you want." Then tell me
what you want. Yeah.
Dru Hill?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for that. Okay, last one. Okay, really don't get canceled for this one.
Lord.
Anita Baker or Patti LaBelle?
Patti. I'm sorry. We love us.
I love Anita though. Love Anita down.
But
love
Patti,
Anita.
Can't nobody step on Patti.
No, nobody.
She got them pies too. Listen.
If my best friend was here right now, she probably. I don't know why y'all do this. This really kills me. When y'all do the slow clap thing, that really. She would definitely be like, because my best friend, that's like her grandmother. Like,
for real?
If anything was to happen to Patty, she'll probably take off like a week from work.
Yeah, about Patty.
I think the whole world would have to. Yeah. Philly would definitely stop for a second.
Seriously.
Because we definitely
She's
lost a legend. Definitely for sure. But I'm so excited that you came here. This was so exciting.
Yes.
So tell us, what's next for you. Tell us what's coming up for you.
So right now, I'm just busting my behind, and I'm saving my money, and I'm going to go for a commercial kitchen. Okay. That's what I think I'm going to leap for. And then hopefully in the future, I want to get like an event space, and then I want to be like the caterer for the event space, like be the inside caterer.
Okay, so like people come to you to be catered to.
Exactly. So if you come to my event space, I'm automatically the caterer. So now you're booking me for the event and you're booking me for the catering. Ooh. And if you book outside of catering from me, then you have to pay an outside catering fee.
I love that. No, that's that's actually very smart. Very smart.
So I'm like, everybody's like, oh, restaurant. But, that's cool and all. But I like to think outside the box with stuff too. It would be nice to have one, but
To be honest, I don't think I even know anybody that has done that. But I mean, it's probably out there, but like I've never heard of that.
Stuff like that, like fancy places, they have things like that.
Right.
Because I know people that used to do like dishwashing and serving, and they had in-house caterers. But I don't know really anybody black that was like, oh, I'm gonna get an event space and be an in-house caterer. Yeah. Because you're knocking out 2 birds in one stone.
Because literally you're setting up, you make everything look pretty. So all the people really have to do is just come in and just sit down and just really have the whole experience. Where can the people find you on social media?
So I am on Instagram at Mrs. B's Catering _ and sometimes I'm on TikTok, but the main place to find me is Instagram.
Okay.
How to order platters from me, the link is always in my bio. You can do pickup or delivery. I am on DoorDash. How to contact me about a catering, I also have a website. Link is also in my bio. Okay. You can fill out the contact form and I'll get right with you, or you can simply text me for like a faster response as well. Okay. And I post every single day too, so you'll never be like lost on my page.
How many times do you post a day?
I try to aim for once a day. I try to post. Really, I'm trying to aim for 3 times a day, because they say the more you post, like, because I used to be the type of person like, oh, I don't want to post, but you never know. Like, sometimes certain people may not have seen it. Yeah. So I'm trying to get more into the habit, but once a day now. Let
me tell you a little fun fact, because I just seen this the other day, and this was the person who was the CEO of Instagram. And this will be a little fun bit for you guys too before we head out. They said that it is important for you to post at least 5 times a day.
5 times a day, exactly.
Because, they said if you post at one time, it's only going to reach 5% of your followers. Yeah. So you have to make sure that you're posting more than once a day to ensure that it's reaching other people. So I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah, and some people like me, myself, how I used to be like, oh my God, I don't want to post too much because people are going to judge me or my friends are not going to like it. Yeah. But honestly, it's not for them. It's for your clientele.
Absolutely.
And once you get that through your brain, that you're not doing stuff for family and friends, you're better off.
Because I feel like you're growing every day.
Yeah, because
just just recently you just congratulated at you just had 13. Then you went to then she just hit 20,000 like last week, and then like now you're almost at 21,000. Yeah, like so I love that you're growing and things like that.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to see this episode. Thank you once again for the food. Listen, because I finally got celebrity, y'all. I got a Philly celebrity on my podcast and on my platform. I just thank you for trusting me. I thank you that, and I'll give a little story before we go. When we first got on the phone, or when I first interacted with you, and I asked her to be part of the show, I was so scared.
And I did not know why. I'm like,
I was so scared.
I don't know.
No, because like when I first got introduced to you, when we were at the soiree, I already put you like high up because like you were collaborating with a big movement. You know, I count Marie thing as like really big. Yeah. And I count it bigger than Philly. Like I count it bigger than, because she goes to New York, she goes to different states and things like that. Mm-hmm. So when I seen that like you were working with her, I was just like, wow, this is like the real deal. Like this is like top tier, like, you know, work and stuff like that. Yeah. So like I hit her up and I was just like, Lord, no. Well, what happened? I shared your photo. Yes, I think one time I shared a photo on my story, and then you were just like, "Thank you, boo." And then God really dropped right into my heart, and he was just like, ask her to be part of the show. I was just like, God.
Because you can always, and let me just say, I wanted to be on the show when he asked me to, because you can also go off of people's vibes. Oh. Like, his energy is great and everything like that. So I knew that this was going to be a fun and good time.
Yeah, all the time.
And I knew we was going to hit what we needed to hit.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Because you can do certain things and it's just like,
it's a miss.
What am I here for?
No, really. No, seriously, because why did I show up? Yeah, because I'm trying to understand what were y'all doing? Like, seriously.
Right.
So when I sent the message, y'all, I was pacing back and forth in my apartment. And I was just like, Theo, calm down. It was like, when she replied, And I'm just like, because when it comes to certain things like rejection and things like that, not rejection, I'll say denial, right? Because like, you know, denial is only just a delay. Like, you know, so I was like, Theo, she say no, she say no, she say yes, she say yes. But I was like, God, I really want her to say yes, because I really would love to talk about how it was a full circle moment of how we really got to this couch. And once again, Marie, thank you. Thank you for your platform. Thank you for all that you do. So when you hit me back and said yes, I screamed.
He told me that. I was like, what? And then he was like, I ran around. I was like, you need to stop.
I ran around my apartment screaming. I'm so surprised that somebody didn't say like, that boy okay up there? Or knock on my door. I started screaming because I was just like, the fact that somebody really trusts me.
Yes, I trust
with like, you know, with your brand. Mm-hmm. Like, and some people, like, you can go on the podcast and, you know, because listen, I don't play. Y'all can see I come with outlines.
Listen, he was prepared. When I tell you, he sent me a whole draft of what we. I was like, yes, this is professional. No. Ask me what I want to.
I tried to be. No.
Oh, this is the real deal. This is not, like, I've never been to drink in my life. This was so nice.
No, like, I really think you really have no idea. And even when you say yes, I did cry. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, see, because I love that.
Because like now I know that like God is just doing His thing. Seriously. I don't know what He's doing. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I do want to email or a text message or a call to be like, God, when is it happening? Yeah, and like even because there's some times where there are a lot of highs, there are a lot of lows, and there are a lot of times where you're just kind of like flatlined a little bit, where you're just like you know, in that mood. No, it really does.
Even for me, like what you were saying about the followers, I was at 13 at one point for a minute, and then like I just start kicking up. I was like, you know what? Let me put something new out there. Let me do this. Let me do that. And you have to like switch it around some. You have to play with things and see what catches people's eye. And you also have to care about your customers too.
Oh my gosh, that too.
You have to interact, because it's so many people that I'll see, like a customer or comment, and I guess I don't know if they feel like they're too good or whatever the case may be to reply back or even to like it. Yeah. And I notice that's when their engagement goes down. You have to care about the people that you got to make them want to buy from you.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And when we even first had our first conversation, so I was even nervous getting on the phone with you. Jesus Christ.
Oh no!
And when we had our first conversation, it just solidified it even more. When we had that conversation, we were laughing over the phone, joking. I even asked it because I asked every single person that come onto my show, like, you know, because once again, I feel like I'm Oprah sometimes. So I'm just like, you know, what is your triggers? What are some things you don't want to talk about?
He did that too.
Because like you never know what. And with me even doing the outline, even with sending her the outline, I'm just like, tell me things you do not want me to talk about, or tell me if this looks good to you, because I will definitely alter it.
So comfortable. That's what really made me feel like this is a go.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people don't do that. Like, you made me feel like, okay, he cares about how I'm gonna feel about what I'm speaking about.
And I also care about how you're represented.
Exactly.
And the fact that like you're putting your platform in my hands for like an hour and a half.
Right.
It's like,
it didn't feel like it.
It just makes me feel like, you know, I'm doing what God has put me on this earth to do. And I'm just so excited that you had the time to even sit with me and things like that.
Thank you for allowing me to like show more of myself, and people will be able to see, and people will be inspired.
Relate to you as well.
Because that gives the audience more of like my personality and my character.
And that was really the basis of my platform. Was even when I go back to my first season, Lord Jesus, I was on TikTok, and I was on TikTok live videos, and all I just wanted to do was just collaborate with people. And that's when my account really started to go up a little bit, when I started doing like live shows and things like that. And then I put it onto my Instagram, and then Instagram was kind of slow at that time. That's when I had like 200 or like 300. I'm sorry, YouTube, when I was having like 200, 300 subscribers. And I'm just like, dang, I'm really trying to do something different. And once I got to that second season, it just went up. And then before you know it, I was at like 10,000. I was just like, well, praise the Lord, everybody. But I'm so excited that you guys came in to watch this episode. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you guys subscribe, and then make sure you also hit the bell too, so the bell can twerk a little bit. So you know each and every time that I'm posting on this thing. Make sure that you follow Mrs. B's Catering, and her food is magnificent, and we taste it in the beginning. So if you missed that portion, go right back, because I promise you, your stomach will be satisfied. Okay? All right. I love y'all. And until next time, don't go around irking other people, okay? Because only I can do that. Mister, please don't irk me, okay? All right. Until next time, love y'all. Bye.